Hello everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel Agriculture and GK. Myself Sivangi, and today we are going to discuss about the MCQs of food science, which is very important for your upcoming exam of the FSSAI, for the FSSAI assistant, FSSAI food safety officer and FSSAI technical officer exam. So let's start today's session. Before going to start the session, I want to share some information about our course which we are provided for the FSSAI Assistant, FSSAI CFSO and FSSAI Technical Officer exam. Now we provide the 25% discount in this course by using coupon code GET25 FSSAI. So if you really want to boost your preparation, as we all know that the date is near and admit card is already released, so we have the minimum time. So this is the right time to purchase this course and boost your preparation. In this under this course we provide 6 to 7 ebooks which is covering all the syllabus and 10 full length mock tests with this course. Okay, so this is the right time to buy the course if you want to crack the exam. Other than this, there is another thing about the test series related to the FSSAI exam. So in this test series, we provide the 10 full length test, which is about the most expected question and which is based on the exam patterns and including pre-YQs. So by when you purchase this course, if you using the coupon code FSSAI 10, so you can purchase this course only in 499 rupees. Okay, so when you purchase this course, so you can find that how much your preparation is right now and on which area you can lack. So these things is give you the confidence when you obtain when we attempt the mock. So when you purchase this test series, you can definitely add some information in your preparation, and it gives you confidence to crack the exam. So if you want to purchase, then you can definitely purchase these things. Next thing about the Tamil Nadu food safety officer exam. So here we launched the Tamil Nadu food safety officer complete course under only 999 rupees, and in this we provide the full study material and one question bank. We also provided the YouTube class notes and previous year question paper. So if you are prepared for the same, so you can definitely purchase this course. So this is all about the information which is the additional information. Now come to the uh, our today point, which is about the MCQs of food science. Today we are taking about 25 to 30 questions related to the food science and FSSAI laws and act. So let's start today's session. First a question in our screen is the about the solid not fat of double toned milk should be as follows. So what is the solid not fat basically? So basically solid not fat is nothing but if you talk about the milk, so except water and the fat, all the other things which is in the milk is comes under the solid not fat. So basically for the different kind of milk there is a different standard of the solid not fat. So for the double tone milk the solid not fat is about 9%, because in this the fat content is lower. So there is a increase in the number of solid not fat. So here is the right option, that is 9% is correct. Okay, next thing about the iron containing oxygen storage protein is which is the protein known as the iron containing oxygen storage protein. Option is a myoglobin, second is a hemoglobin, oxyhemoglobin, and all of the above. So right option for this question is myoglobin. Myoglobin is the iron containing oxygen storage protein. Okay, next question is which of the following substitute of crystal violet is gram staining. So when we do the staining basically for the identification of the bacteria, so we done the gram staining. So basically for the gram staining, the blue gram staining, we use number of the dye to stain the bacterial cell. By this we can identify that which is the gram negative and which is the gram positive bacteria. So here is the question is about that which of the following is the substitute of crystal violet. Option given is a bromocerol, saffronin, lactophenol, cotton blue, or methylene blue. So right option for this question is our methylene blue. Methylene blue is the substitute of crystal violet in gram staining. Okay. Next question is about the foam is a colloidal dispersion of. We all already know what is the foam. So question is related to the what kind of dispersion. Colloidal dispersion is the foam. So foam is the dispersion, colloidal dispersion, which comes under is the gas in liquid. So in gas in liquid, if you are talking about the gas in liquid, so what it means, like we all know that in colloidal phase there is a two things. One is the dispersion medium and one second one is the dispersion phase. So in a foam, what is the dispersion phase and what is the dispersion medium? This is the question. So dispersion medium is something that in which the things is involved. Okay. So in a foam there is the gas is the dispersion phase, and that means the gas is in a limited amount and the maximum amount of the dispersion medium, because it provides the medium. So liquid is the dispersion medium and gas is the dispersion phase in a foam. Okay. So here is the right option is the gas in liquid. So foam is the example of the gas in liquid colloidal dispersion. Okay, hope it's clear to you. Next question is about the active component present in a turmeric. So we all know that turmeric is the very beneficial and it has the various medicinal values. So what is the active component which is present in the turmeric, which gives this the medicinal importance and the functional value to the turmeric? So option given is oleoresin, crocasine, curcumin, and none. So right option for this question is option number third, that is curcumin. So the presence of curcumin makes the turmeric more functional, and it gives the more medicinal importance to the turmeric. Okay, and curcumin is also act as the natural coloring agent. Okay, in India there is a 12 recognized coloring agent, which is a natural cum synthetic coloring agent, and curcumin is one of these. Okay, so here is the right option is option number third, that is curcumin. For this question, this is the right option. And uh, one more thing is related to this question that I want to add is the what is the scientific name of the turmeric? What is the botanical name of the turmeric? So turmeric botanical name of turmeric is Curcuma longa. So what is the name of turmeric? No, so botanical name of turmeric is Curcuma longa. Okay. Next thing, next question about the what is the CIMPA and where it is situated. Okay, so first thing we all know about what is the CIMPA and where it is situated. So basically CIMPA is the nothing but the Central Institute of Medicinal and Aromatic Plant. So full form of CIMPA is Central Institute of Medicinal and Aromatic Plant, and it is situated in the Lucknow. Okay. So right option for this question is Lucknow. Hope it's clear to you. Now come to the next thing, that is the seventh number questions related to the ketone bodies. So basically question is asked about the ketone bodies are synthesized from fatty acid oxidation product by which of the following organs? Option is given intestine, brain, kidney, and liver. So right option for this question is liver. But before discussing the things, we know that what is the ketone body. So basically ketone body is nothing but when we are in a fasting and a body is not uh, gain the sufficient glucose for the production of energy, so it takes energy from the ketone bodies, ketose, which is generated by basically the degradation and oxidation of the fat. So when the fat is break down, it releases the ketone bodies, which give the energy to our body in the absence of the glucose. Okay, so these ketone formation is in the liver system. So the ketone body are synthesized in the liver, but when it produce when there is a not of the sufficient supply of the glucose in our body, and when a body require energy to operate and regulate their normal metabolic function. So body need the some energy, so this energy is come from the degradation and oxidation of the fat, and when the fat is oxidized, then these produce the ketone bodies. Okay, hope it's clear to you. Now come to the next question, which is about the carotenoid. So what is the carotenoid? And carotenoid are bioactive compound, and where it is found? So basically option given is the pumpkin, mango, papaya, all of the above. So carotenoid is found in the pumpkin, mango and papaya. So right option for this question is all of the above. Okay, next question is about the application of food irradiation includes. So option given is both sterilization and sprouting. Option number second, only sterilization. Option number third, inactivation of bioactive compound, and option number four, none. So application of food irradiation include for the sterilization and inhibition of the sprouting. So right option for this question is option number one. If you are know all the things about the irradiation, so I already taken the session on the food irradiation, so you can check out from there. Okay, the next thing about the next question, which is the process used to inactivate enzyme. So what is the process which is used to inactivate the enzyme? Option given is homogenization, cellular storage, blanching, all of the above. So we all know that blanching is used for the inactivation of the enzyme, and homogenization is basically uh, used to break down the molecule, fat molecule basically. Okay, next question is the condition are controlled during storage of the fruit. What are the conditions which are controlled when we store the fruits, and when we want to extend the shelf life of fruit? So option given is atmospheric gas, humidity, temperature, all of the above. So when we store the fruits and we want to control the conditions, so all these conditions including atmospheric gas, humidity, temperature, so all these conditions are controlled. So option number 4 is right here. Okay, next question is the homogeneous mixture is which one substance is dissolved in other solvent is called. So what do you mean by the homogeneous mixture? So homogeneous mixture is nothing but something that is the thing that is very well mixed in the things like the solution of the nimbu and water, lemon and water, and solution of salt and water, sugar and water. So these are the mixture which is the homogeneous, because we can't separate the uh, sugar from the water, we can't separate the lemon from the water. So when the mixture is like that, we can't separate each other, uh, we can't separate the solvent, we can't separate the solute. So these mixture is known as the homogeneous mixture, and these the solution which is made from this mixture is, we know that the true solution. In colloidal dispersion, we all know that in colloidal dispersion there is a two phase, one is the dispersion medium, one is the dispersion phase. So one thing in the colloidal dispersion, the things which is in the dispersion phase is the in less amount, and the things which is the in dispersion medium is the uh, have the maximum amount. Okay, in suspension, the suspended particle have the larger size than the suspensing material. Okay, so hope it's clear to you. Now come to the next question, which is about the who will issue license to food business operator under railway premises. So if you are talking about the food business operator, we operate their business under the railway premises. So at this condition, who will issue the license for that food of business operator? So option given is central designated officer, Indian Railway designated officer, third is both A and B, and fourth none. So usually where the Indian Railway designated officer is present, at that case they issue the license for the food business operator under railway premises. But in that case, when the Indian Railway designated officer is not present, at that time the central designated officer issue the license for the same. So the right option for this question is both A and B. Okay. Next question is who will issue license to food business operator under seaport premises? If you are talking about the seaport premises, so at that condition, who will issue the license for the food business operator who runs their business under the seaport premises? So option given is airport health officer, port health officer, central designated officer, or state designated officer. So for the seaport premises, port health officer basically issue the license for the food business operator. Same thing is about the if the any food business operator who run their business on the airport premises, at that time the airport health officer issue the license for the same. And there is a maybe the situation where if the airport health officer is not present and the port health officer is not present, so in that case who will issue the license? So at that case the central licensing authority issue the license for the both. Okay. But when the it talk about the seaport, then the port health officer issue the license. And when it is a condition of airport, so the airport health officer is issue the license for the airport health food operator business. Okay, hope it's clear to you. Next question is about which of the following is correct in regard to food FSSAI license required for export. So when we export something, so what is the condition of FSSAI license? Is it required or not? It is required, or it is not required, or FSSAI license is issued to the importing country. Okay, so right option for this question is it is required for the export product. If you are export any product, so it mandatory that it have the FSSAI license. Okay. uh, Next question is what kind of license should be required to pulses grains milling unit? Basic license, state license, central license, and any of the above. So when we talk about the pulses or grains milling unit, so in that case they need the state license. Okay. uh, there is a no any condition that they have what is the capacity of their business, but they need the state license. Okay. If they are pulses and grains mills unit. Okay, so option number 2 is right here. Now move to the next question, that is how much fees is to be paid by the FBO in case he apply for the renewal of license after 30 day of expiry date. If any FBO which have the license of the license of the FSSAI, but they renew it after the expiry of 30 days, so in that case how much the registration fee? So option number 1 same as the annual registration fee. Option number 2 twice of the annual registration fee. Option number 3 thrice of the annual registration fee. And the fourth 5 times of the annual registration fee. So right option for this question is the thrice of the annual registration fee. If any FBO in case we they want to renew their license after 30 days of the expiry of the license, then at this condition they Mm, at that time they used to pay the thrice of the annual registration fee. And if there any condition, then they renewal the license after 4 months of the expiry, then at that time they used to pay 5 times of the annual registration fee. Okay. Next question is what is the science which describe the handling, preparation, and storage of food in a way that can prevent any foodborne illness? Option number 1 is food safety, second is food chemistry, third is a food processing, and fourth is the food analysis. So the science which deal with the basically handling, preparation, storage of the food in way that they can prevent it from foodborne illness, so it's come under the food safety. So right option for this question is option number 1, that is the food safety. Okay. Next question is what is the recall procedure applied for? So recall procedure applied for what type of product? So option is finished product with safety issue, raw material, product manufacturing process, or the quality checks. So recall procedure applied for the finished product with the safety issue. If any product we are which is finished and go in the market, but when we uh, dispatch it in the market, after that we discover that there is a something issue in the food, that the maybe it is a contaminated, maybe some chemical level is higher than required, maybe some additive is have the maximum limit which is not good for the health, like we well known case we all know that that is the lead in Maggie. So at that time there is the recall procedure in which we recollect the all the product which are in the market, and then it discarded. So this thing is known as the recall procedure, and it is applied for the finished product with safety issue. Okay. Next question is, which of the following is not a key principle of food hygiene given by the WHO? Option number 1, prevent contamination. Option number 2, separate raw and cooked food. Option number 3, duration of cooking food should be according to the wish of the chef. And the fourth is store the food at proper temperature. So in this question, one thing keep in mind that it is about the not the key principle. So option number 3 is not the key principle, that we can't safe can't decide that whether they are want to cook the food, how much the duration of cooking. Safe cannot decide this. Okay. Other than other three options like prevent contamination, separate raw and cooked food, and store the food at proper temperature is the key principle of the food hygiene which is given by the WHO. Okay, hope it's clear to you. Now come to the next question, that is the scientific panel and scientific committee are categorized under. Option 1 is food standard, option 2 is compliances and inspection, option third is the enforcement, and fourth is both A and B. So the scientific panel and scientific committee of the FSSAI are categorized under the food standards. Okay, so option number 1 is right here. Next question is about the central advisory committee is categorized under. So on which category the central advisory committee are categorized? So central advisory committee are categorized under the compliances and inspection. Okay. Next question is about the food authority consists how many divisions? So food authority consists 11 division. Okay. So right option for this question is option number 2, that is 11. Next question is, which of the following is not the division of food authority? Option given is FSMS division, import division, export division, and legal division. So we all know that there is 11 division, and in which FSMS division, import division, legal division or these, but in the 11 given division there is a no division for the export. Okay, so option number 3 is right here. Next question is, what is the objective of ISO 22000? Option is to establish food safety management system. Option 2, certification for production plant. Option 3, minimize resources. Option 4, none of the above. So basically the objective of ISO 22000 is to deal with that establish the food safety management system in any food industry, that how they can manage the system, how safely they can run their food businesses. Okay, so the ISO 22000 is dealing with the food safety management system. uh, Next question, about which is the national accreditation body for India with respect to ISO IEC 1721 2006 and also the member of IAF. So option given is Quality Council of India, second is BIS, third is FSSAI, and fourth is the FDA. So the national accredited body for India with respect to the ISO ICS is the Quality Council of India. The role of basically the Quality Council of India is to establish the national accredited structure to regulate the things. Okay, so here is the right option, that is the Quality Council of India. So this is our last question for the today session. If you really like the session, so you can like the video, subscribe our channel, and share with your friends. And next time we are again meet with the some more important questions, so stay tuned. Okay, all the best for your exam. Thank you for patiently listening us.